Now it is being recording now. Now you observe here what happened. What I am doing here, I'm taking what many number of unit cells now here. Okay, many number of unit cells I'm now arranging in the crystal lattice like this. I have taken many number of unit cells like this. I'm putting that unit cells in the crystal lattice like this. In this way we are arranging. Left side, right side, front side, back side, isn't it? Top side, bottom, in all we are arranging these unit cells here. And after that arrangement, finally, we are getting a shape now. This is the shape we got. Finally, we got this is the shape. Now, this you are calling as what? Crystal lattice here. This is called what? Crystal lattice here. Now, how we got this crystal lattice? A regular three-dimensional arrangement of identical points in space is called crystal lattice actually. Okay. So just you remember the definition here. What is the meaning of this definition of what? Crystal lattice. Just you take that definition in your notebook. After the class also you can take the definition. Only the definition is important for us. Next, now let me see this unit cell, a simple unit cell. It is a unit cell. Because of the unit cells arrangement only we are getting what? Crystal lattice here. Now, if you observe what happened, whatever the point, each point in the lattice is called lattice point. For example, it is a point here. This is a point, or this is the point, or this is the, these are points actually. The space where actually the lines are touching together actually. So these are actually what? Some points. You are calling now as a lattice point because they are present in the lattice, in the crystal lattice of the solid. Therefore, you are calling as lattice point. Or lattice site also we can call. Okay. Now each point in the crystal lattice represents a constant particle. This is the important. Now we are saying what is a point. What is the meaning of this point? Means it may be occupied by an atom, or it may be occupied by a molecule, or it may be occupied by ions. Okay, it may be occupied by the ion. It may be what? Na plus, or it may be what? Sodium, or it may be what? Something what happened? Carbon dioxide. That means it may be carbon molecule, or it may be atom, or it may be ion. So these crystal lattice, if you observe, the lattice points are nothing but actually constant particles. Now whatever, if for example, you are assuming that some copper crystal, you are assuming this is a copper crystal. Now here all these points are now occupied by copper constant particles. All these are occupied by copper constant particles like this. Okay, like this it is. Next, lattice points are joined by straight lines to bring out the geometry of the lattice. So for example, what happened? Here copper is there. Okay, here one copper is there. Now here what happened? One more copper is there, here one more copper is there, here one more copper is there, and here also one more copper. Now what I am doing here, I am joining these lattice points. Here all these coppers are nothing but lattice points. I am joining all these together now like this. I am joining in the form of straight line like this. Everything we are joining like this. Okay. Now in this way, if you join, what happened? You will get a geometry. You are going to get a geometry like this. Put a copper here, you will get a geometry like this. Now this geometry you are calling as what actually, isn't it? For simplest, you are calling as a unit cell. Again, if you join together with another unit cell like this, then only will get what? A unit cell actually. So what I mean to say, very simple, lattice points are joined by a straight line to bring the geometry for the lattice here. Okay. Last, we are just now in this one, how we got this crystal lattice here? By just what happened? Joining the, see, all the lattice points we are joining with a straight line like this. So after joining with a straight line, what happened? You got this type of structure. This you are calling as what? Crystal lattice. Otherwise, you have joined. This is the crystal points actually. All these crystal points are actually what? Joined together by your what? Straight lines like this. They are joined together by a straight line like this. Understood? So this is what these 3 points we are discussing actually. Okay. Next, the lattice name is given in the name of what? A French scientist called Bravais Lattice. In the name of him, to honor him, they given this name lattice. Next, let me see here. What are these A, B, C now? Why we are writing here A, B, C? What are these alpha, beta, gamma? Let me see now. Now, when you take a crystal lattice here, now this part, for example, if you take this is x-axis, this one if you take what? Y-axis, this one if you take what? Z-axis. Okay, the length of x-axis you take what actually? B. Your wish, you can take as A also. The length of y-axis you can take as C here. The length of z-axis you can take A. Otherwise, you can take this is x-axis also. This one you take, that your wish actually. Okay. So what I'm saying, what? X-axis, the point you are calling as B. Y-axis, the point you are calling as C. Z-axis, the point you are calling as C, like this one. Okay. This is what? Z-axis. Now the angle between the B and C, whatever the angle between the X and Y axis, the angle between the X and Y axis you are calling as alpha. Alpha. The angle is called alpha. The angle between the X and Z axis, okay, that you are calling as gamma. The angle between the Y and Z axis you are calling as a beta. Okay, this is about the terms actually. So a unit cell is characteristics by, it will have, generally what happen, a unit cell will have a direction. Okay, because of the direction you have taken what? X and YZ axis. It's a dimensions along 3 edges, A, B, C. These edges may not be mutually perpendicular. They may be perpendicular, they may not be perpendicular. Angles between the alpha and beta, that is called what? That means alpha, B, angle between B and C is called alpha. Angle between A and C is called what? Beta. Angle between, isn't it, A and B is called what? Gamma, like this. Okay. So these are actually the 6 parameters we are discussing. A, B, C. These are edge lengths here. They are what? Length, isn't it? And alpha, beta, gamma are actually what? Angles here. They are actually angles here. Okay. So these are the 6 parameters. With these 6 parameters only, we discuss different types of unit cells actually. To remember also very simple here. Very simple we can remember. For example, A, B, C, right? Alpha, beta, gamma. Now, between A and B, okay? Now, C is not there, no, between A and B. What is C? C for what? Gamma. So, take between A and B, we get gamma. Next, for example, between B and C. Now, we don't have A. In between, we don't have A. Now, A for what here? Alpha. You take here alpha here. Similarly, A and C. We don't have here B. B is not there. But B for what actually? Beta. You put here what? Beta. Okay. That means the angle between the A and C is called beta. The angle between B and C is called alpha. The angle between A and B is called gamma. In this way also we can easily remember. Next, the types of unit cell. How many types are there in the unit cell? First is called primitive. Second is called centered. So primitive unit cell, centered unit cell. Now what is primitive unit cell here? Now the constant particles present only at the corners. Okay. The unit cells in which constant particles present at corners, they are called primitive unit cells here, isn't it? Now how it is? See, I have taken one unit cell here. Okay. Anybody, how many corners are there? Parth is there? Parth, speak out now.
Yes, sir.
How many corners are there here?
Yes, sir.
How many corners are there here?
2.
Only 2 corners. Where are they? One is at Lakshmi Pet, or one other is at Ganpat Gali. Where are they corners? How many corners are there? If it is 2, where are they? One is at school, one is at your home.
Sir,
What is corner? Do you know?
sir, which
This is one corner.
joins the which joins the crystal
Now tell me,
lattice.
how many corners are there here? How many corners are there here? Second
4.
corner. The joining point we can call simply what? Corner. Corner means 2 points are getting touching. So this is what? Third corner. Otherwise you write like this. Sequentially we take 1. You take this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 corners are there. Now the constant particles are present at corners only. Here only the particles are present. The particles are, that means constant particles, maybe molecule, maybe ion, maybe atoms. They present at corners of the unit cell. Then such type of unit cells are called primitive unit cells. Understood, all of you? If any have any doubts here, what is primitive cell means? Any have doubt? No doubts.
Sir.
Very simple. Definition is very, very simple. Constant particles are present at corners of the unit cell. That means here, like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 8. 1 to 8 I have written. They are called corners. Here only we are going to have constant particles. Next we will see for centered of unit cells here. What is centered unit cell here? Let me see centered unit cell. Now, in the centered unit cell, constant particles will present at the corners, as well as addition to the some positions will be there. Constant particles are present at positions in addition to what? Corners. Some positions will be there, like what? End centered, body centered, face centered. Okay. So what is actually this centered unit cell? I will show you with a diagram. By using a diagram, I will show you. You will have corners as well as extra also will be there. Extra means in the sense what happened? Edge centers, body centers, like this. Now you observe here, all these are having corners only. See, first corner, second corner. Otherwise, I am writing from this side. Okay, rewrite from this one. First corner, second corner, third corner, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, 8. Now it is having 8 corners. In addition to this 8 corner, one constant particle is present at the center of the unit cell, isn't it? One of the constant particle present at the center of the unit cell. That means how many constant particles it is having? 8 plus 1, 7. Not only center, you may have in face center also. Here also one extra you are having. Here one, and here one, and here one. These are called face centers. Okay. Do I am visible to you? My face is visible to you? I will show by taking a textbook you.
Yes, sir.
Just you wait here. I will show by taking a textbook. Small textbook. Now, if you observe this textbook here, it will have 8 faces actually. 8 faces. This textbook is visible for you?
No,
Yes?
sir.
No?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So I have to keep
Sir, little bit higher.
it low, like this. Now it is visible.
Sir,
No,
take
sir.
the book.
Take it towards your face, sir.
Now, is it visible now?
Now very visible, sir.
Now you
Yes, sir.
observe here, you very simple it is. This is called front face. This is called front face. At front side, at the center, one constant particle is there. This is a front side. You, or do you see this? My finger. My finger is visible to you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is my finger is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Then this is called what? Front face. At the center of front face, we are having constant particle. Now to this back side, one constant particle is there. Left side here, to the left side of the textbook, one constant particle is there. And the right side of the textbook, one constant particle is there. And the top side of the textbook, one constant particle is there. And the bottom side of the textbook, one more constant particle is there here. So top, all you take center only. Center of the top, bottom of the top, left side of the center of the left side, center of the right side, and the center of the front side, center of the back side. So totally how many faces are possible here? How many faces are possible? 6 faces. We are going to observe here 6 faces are possible. Let me go to again the slides here. Now you are going to observe here what happened. These faces here. This is what actually top face. This one is bottom face. This one is right face. This one is left face. This one is what? Front face. This one will be the back side here. Okay. Back side, front side, right side, left side, top side, bottom side. So just you imagine a textbook. Take top, bottom, left, right, front and back. So at these faces, at the center, one constant particle is occupying. Okay, that is called what? Addition to the corners. In addition to the corners, in this way also, isn't it? Constant particles may arrange here. You observe here what happened. These are corners are there. Now this is what top face, right? This one is what? Bottom face. At the center of bottom face, one constant particle is there. At the center of top face, isn't it? Face means FACE, not this PHE. Okay. Next. In that way, we are going to have the constant particles at different phases and different corners actually, right? Next, primitive unit cells in which what happened? What are primitive unit cells? In which constant particles are present at the corners of the cube. Okay, only at the corners. How many are there here? One is called cubic. This is called cubic. This one is called cubic, where constant particles are present at only corners only, in which A equal to B, B equal to C, and alpha, beta, gamma also will be 90 degrees. Now, for example, you just take this one, you are taking what? A, B, C. Their lengths are what? Same. The length between here, this length and this length and this length are what? Same. And angle between A and B, angle between B and C, and angle between A and C are also what? Same here. That is called a simple cubic system, which is in which what happened? The constant particles are present at only corner, and in which what happened? A, B, C are what? Same. The edge lengths are always same only. Their edge lengths are always what happened? Same in this case. And the angle between these edges, what happened? Always will be same. Next, we'll take tetragonal now. We take now tetragonal. In tetragonal, what is happening here? A equal to B, but B not equal to C. That means what happens if I take this is B and this one is C. Now these two are having different. These two lengths are what different here. But A and B, what happens? Same. These two are same, but these are actually different. And angles are same only. Whatever the angles they're having here between these are same. Alpha, beta, gamma is equal to 90 degrees only. Next will be another primitive cell. We are taking orthorhombic here. Orthorhombic, again, A not equal to B, B not equal to C, but all are having same bond angle. Now, these are all what different. This length is different. This is what different. And this one also what different. All these are different here. And what is same here? Angles are what? Same. The angles we are going to observe here, what happened? They are what? Same actually. The angles are what? Same here. They are called what? Orthorhombic here. Orthorhombic examples we'll discuss later, no problem. Let me complete this one. Monoclinic, if you observe here, this is called monoclinic here. Monoclinic, in which what happened? Again, all lengths are different. A not equal to B, B not equal to C, but alpha gamma is equal to 90 degrees, but beta is equal to, we are not getting 90 degrees. This will not be 90 degrees. Alpha, if I take what this one A, this one I will take what B. If I take this one as a C here, alpha and gamma. Alpha means what happened? This is alpha. Next, beta. Beta will be, this will be the beta. Gamma, this will be the gamma. Now, what they are saying here, alpha, gamma, that means these angles, this angle and this angle, these angles are same. But beta will not be same. That will not be 90 degrees. This will be 90 degrees. This will be 90 degrees. This will not be 90 degrees here, right? Triclinic, if you observe here what happened, triclinic. All are different. A, B, C, alpha, beta, gamma, all are different here. Hexagonal, if you observe what happened, gamma will be 90 degrees here. The gamma we are going to get 120 degrees. Alpha, beta we are going to get 90 degrees. Gamma we are going to get 120 degrees. A equal to B, but B not equal to C here. Next, finally we'll take rhombohedral. A, B, C same, but alpha, beta, gamma not equal to 90 degrees here. Now this is about the different types of what? Primitive cells in which constant particles will present at only the corners. But the difference where you are getting, only their lengths and their angles are different. How they are angled. See how they are angled here. How their length is present here. Based on that, what happened? Okay, they differ only. In examination point of view, you need to remember these things here. In my MCQ questions, what they ask here, they will give this type of things here. And what type of primitive cell it is. So they will give orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal like this. So answer should be what? Monoclinic. So in that way they will ask. So you need to remember this one. You have to by heart this one. See, A, B, C, A, B not equal to C, all are what? Not equal. And all are having 90. In this way, if you remember, very, very simple. All are having 90 degrees, right? All are having 90 degrees. First, all are equal, then B not equal to C, then R all not equal. So what do you need to remember? Cubic, first is cubic, second is what? Tetragonal, third is what? Orthorhombic. In this way, you have to make in the series, cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, isn't it? Next, after that, what happened? You have to go in this way. Similarly, what happened? Monoclinic here. Take you rhombohedral, you take first. Again, all are same. Gamma not equal to 90 degrees. Next, one is beta, B not equal to C. This you need to remember. And all are not equal. In this way, if you go what happened, it will be easy for you. So this is very compulsory in examination. And PT2 exam also, you may get one question from this one. Okay. Now, matchbox, if you observe matchbox, will have which type of primitive cell? Matchbox will have which type of primitive cell? Anybody? Do you know that one?
Tetragonal.
Tetragonal.
Tetragonal. Next, if you observe here what happened, this is the structures, same only, but in the form of diagrams, they represented here. A, B, C like this, gamma, beta like this. But in examination, nobody asked draw the diagrams. Nobody asked draw the diagram. What they ask here, orthorhombic ABC relationship alpha, beta, gamma relation. This relationship they will ask. ABC relationship they will ask, otherwise alpha, beta, gamma relation they will ask. Okay, that is this table is very, very important for you. Next we'll take the second one, no, centered primitive cells, centered cells. Okay, in which what happened? Constant particles in addition to corner, constant particle may present at body, that means center of the unit cell, like this, center of the unit cell like this. This is the center of the unit cell, one of the center of the unit cell. Next, phase center. Just now we discussed this one, phase centers here. The constant particles may present at the phase centers in this manner. Top phase, back phase. 6 phases are there. Here only one. Next, what end center also will be there. Now question arises, what is this end center? Very simple, I will say here. You take any two opposite phases. I will take these two opposite phases. One is what? Top phase. Other is called bottom phase. Now, in these two opposite phases, one is occupying here, another is occupying here. Now, how many end centers will be there? Only 2 end centers will be there. Remember, only 2 end centers will be there. One body center, 6 phase centers, okay, and 2 end center. End center where we find actually any opposite 2 phases. You can take these 2 phases. You can take like this also. I am taking what? This phase and this phase. Now 2 end centers are there. Otherwise, I can take here also like this. These 2 phases I can take. These 2 also called what? End center. Otherwise, you can take what? Some top and front and back side also. We can take these end centers here. So there will be what? Only how many end centers will be there? 2 end centers will be there. Okay, they may be present in opposite phases here. In opposite phases, you are going to observe the end centers here. Next, primitive and its variation with center unit cell. If you observe, we will take some table here. A cubic unit cell. A cubic unit cell means A equal to B, B equal to C, alpha, beta, gamma also equal to 90 degrees. Okay, this is called primitive cell. Now, body centered means what happens? It may have some body centered also. Okay, for example, if I keep a constant particle is here, then it becomes body centered. If I keep a constant particle at the phase centers like this here, now it becomes phase centered cube. Phase centered cube, it can be called like this. Phase centered cube, you can call this. Now in this we don't have end center. You cannot have end center here. Only what we can have in the cubic system, you may have primitive, you may have body centered, you may have phase centered here. Next is the tetragonal. If you observe here, you may have primitive cell. That means constant particles may occupy all corners, may occupy body center also, isn't it? But they cannot occupy phase centered. So in tetragonal, we don't have the phase centered, we don't have the end center. Only 2 are called, 2 are there. One is primitive is there, other is called body centered. Tetragonal will be there here. Next, if you observe what happened, orthorhombic. Orthorhombic will have primitive, body center, phase center, and end center. All are possible in this. In orthorhombic unit cell, all types are possible. The constant particles can occupy in corners, body centered, phase centered, as well as end center here. Next, monoclinic, if you observe here, you have primitive and only end center is observed here. We can't get body centered, we can't get the phase center here. Next, triclinic, if you observe what happened, you are going to get what actually only what? Primitive we are going to get in this case. Hexagonal, if you observe what happened, you are going to get again primitive here. And finally, rhombohedral, you are getting only primitive. So with this what happened? We have got 14 we got. Total 14 Bravais lattices we got. Total 14. You observe 1, 2. Next what happened? See from here onwards. How many are getting? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Isn't it? Total how many Bravais lattice we got? 14 Bravais lattice we can get. In hexagonal, only primitive. That means the constant particles will occupy only at the corners here. Okay, in this way, what happened? We are getting in different types here. This is the textbook we are having in this way. In textbook, you can find this table actually. I have derived from the textbook only. In cubic, what type of possible variations you can get? Primitive, body-centered, face-centered. In tetragonal, primitive, body-centered. In orthorhombic, all are possible. In hexagonal, only primitive. Rhombohedral, also called trigonal, only having primitive. Monoclinic having primitive and end center. And triclinic is having what? In having only primitive. Their axial distances they given, the length they given, the edge length is given, and their axial angles are given. Examples are also given here. Sodium chloride, cubic system. Graphite will have what type of hexagonal system? Isn't it? Monoclinic sulfur will have monoclinic. Zinc oxide will have what type of thing? Zinc hexagonal. So in examination, they don't have these examples. No need to worry here. They don't have the examples here. Nobody will ask examples here. Only they will ask angles and also edge lengths. You have to remember edge lengths and also what? Angle. These are very, very important. So this in this way also we can all four. In this way you can all four, if you remember what happened, very simple like this. This is also important for you, examination point of view. Maybe for MCQs they will ask. This question never ask for one more question. Maybe for MCQ, they may ask questions here. So try to by heart this one. In exam, before going to examination, you observe this one, it will be easy for you. In this 3, in this 2, in this 4, in this 2, in this 1, 1, 1. Total how many you are getting? 14 Bravais lattice you are going to get here. The 7 primitive unit cells, primitive 7 unit cells, if you observe, their possible variations at the center unit cells giving how many? 14 3-dimensional Bravais lattices are forming. Because of this arrangement, what happened? 14 are. You may get question like this also. How many total Bravais lattices are present? Total 14 are present. We'll take some MCQs. Now you need to answer now. All of you ready to answer now. Which is not a type of unit cell? Tell me. Which is not type of a unit cell?
C.
That we have seen cubic now, we have seen orthorhombic, we have seen rhombohedral, tetrahedral we didn't see until now, so definitely it will be tetrahedral only. Next, following is not a type of primitive unit cell. Which is not a type of primitive unit cell? Just now we seen this one. Following is not a type of primitive means what happened? Only should occupy at the corners. Yes.
None of these.
None of this is what? Very good. Primitive unit cell is called none of this, isn't it? All are what? Primitive unit cells only, isn't it? All are primitive unit cells only. Next, can you say what is the answer for this one? A equal to B, B not equal to C, and alpha, beta, gamma. Gamma, if you get, where we get 120 degrees?
Hexagonal.
Hexagonal.
Hexagonal only. No need to see this one. If you get 120 degrees, simply we can say it is hexagonal here. So some type of what small things, if you observe what happened, easily we can identify. No need this one actually for us. Only with 120 degrees we can easily identify that. Can you say this one? All are not equal. Alpha, gamma 90 degrees. Beta is equal to not equal to 90 degrees.
Monoclinic.
Monoclinic.
Yes, it will be definitely what happened. Monoclinic only. In this type of questions we may get in examination like this. Now, do you have some time? Continue.